So for me, when I'm looking at CAD, GBP CAD, we're obviously looking at buys in this. This is what we're looking at the moment. Of course, it's still in an extreme downtrend, but we would be waiting for the market to break up for a buy and then catch some type of retest for a so we want it to sell and then catch a retest for a continuation of a buy. Let me just go and add some more people up in here. Let me change the settings. There we go. If you do want to speak, anybody, you just have to ask me, just talk in the text thing, and then I will unlock your microphone. As we can see when we're looking at it, let's go from a top-down analysis. So let's start from the monthly time frame. So when we're on the monthly time frame right now, we can see that price is not at the absolute support level, I would say, even though we can see here was the support level. Always pay attention to where price closes in a day as well. It gives you an idea as to what their plan is possibly for the next day. So let's just mark out some stuff here. So let's just do some horizontal lines. So we can see that there is a wick here that price is hovering around. There obviously was some type of support level because price actually opened here and it did sell, then it went to buy. So the fact that it actually sold down to here and found a strong level of support means that it could be something. And we are seeing price hanging around this area at the moment. So ideally, what we could be seeing is a support level being found here and some type of continuation of a buy. Let's go down to our weekly time frame. And then when we go to our weekly time frame, when we look at it, we have liquidity towards this area here. So we have a nice liquidity zone here. Right over here. So we got a liquidity target zone. Let's go here. I always change my liquidity or stop hunts to gray. That's for LQ zone. LQ means liquidity because I'm typing it out all the time. It's long. So yeah, there's a nice level here. If you are seeing the buy, you're expecting the buy price to come back up towards at least this level here. So let's just change this color so it's all nice and color coded. Yeah, we're looking at price buying up towards 1.67943. That's a nice area. I believe there was a gap in the market there as well. So if it is buying, whatever it decides to do at the time, then at least here, which is from this level is about how many pips? So we're looking at about 300 to 400 pip move basically to the upside. Once if it manages to find the support here, based on our monthly time frame and a continuation of its way down. Let's go to the daily. We are seeing on a daily time frame that we're seeing this level is being respected. This is just a wick, so we can still say that this line is valid. That's what we're starting to see. Let's go down to our 4 hour. When we go down to our 4 hour, yeah, we're seeing the price. We're seeing the double bottom, even though it did go through here. This could be a head and shoulders. So we're seeing a left shoulder here, and then it could create a right shoulder, and then we could be seeing a continuation of a buy. So that's something people would like to look out for. If you see another shoulder forming here, and then a continuation of a buy up move, obviously into this liquidity zone up here. So that's GBP CAD. Anybody want me to check any other pair? Start from our monthly on the pairs. Yeah, it happened to me, Blaze, as well with a lot of my pairs. This is why at the end of the week, I just got fed up. I just said, you know what, boom, I just closed down everything. I said, I can't be bothered to deal with it. You can't force the market sometimes, you know. If the market doesn't want to give out what you trade, you know, everyone's going to have different ways of trading and everyone's going to make different money at different times. It's just the way the game goes. But if it's the way you trade and the market's not giving you what you want, then sometimes you just got to stay flat. And literally staying flat, preserving your capital is an excellent idea of being safe. So yeah, don't even worry about it. The same thing literally happened to me. I was just like, you know, too many pairs. I was in GU for like literally almost 3 weeks. It was just going positive, negative, positive, negative. I was like, what is this? It was crazy. Last hour. Yeah, no, definitely. You could grab that. Yeah, I'll check SP 500 now. So I'll go through them stage by stage, or everyone's just patient with me. If you've got any other groups or anything like that as well that people are not mentoring in, if it's just an open group, you can put the Zoom link in there if you want to. But if it's a mentor group or someone's business group, please do not put the Zoom in there. But if it's just an open group with you and a couple of mates, Forex people, you can put the Zoom in there if you want to. What was I saying? So you said SPX, yeah? Let's go check that. SPX. I don't think I have it in here. No, I don't think I do. Let's see what comes up here. Okay. So this is cool right now. So this is SPX 500 right now, SP 500 index. Right now we can see we're obviously at extreme highs. I always tell people that you're always better off to buy these pairs than sell them, and this is why you see me in the trade. The indices and gold is actually the things that have been carrying me for the last month, literally. If I was just trading the currencies and never touched those, I'd have had a rough month last month in terms of currencies. And yeah, it's just ridiculous. But the best thing I always tell people is always look to catch buys when there's a dip, just like you would treat it like it's Bitcoin or crypto. So we can see that there was a level of support here, and the market pushed down to this level, rejected on the monthly time frame, rejected again, rejected again. Let's go down to our weekly time frame, see what's going on. So when we go down here, we can obviously see this is a huge level right now of weekly support over here, where the market's brought back up. We can see there was a breakthrough here. So even when it came through to this level, what happened, I believe, was it here? I can't remember because it's one on my VIP charts. But we basically had it marked out that there was a level, I believe it was here. If not, there was a level here. Yeah, I think it was, yeah. So it was there, here. And another one was, I think I did this one here. Roundabout, something like this anyway. And I'll explain why I'm saying that now. Just give me a second. Yeah. So my whole idea is that, of course, it's going to buy long term, and we can see that this is why this level was here, because of obviously this. So if it is going to buy long term, then you're looking to buy in at the dips. And too many people have the fear, you know, there was a lot of people saying at the time when this happened, and when I was able to catch these trades, US 30 is the same thing as this chart pretty much as well. If I go over to that, if anyone asks in a bit. So you can see the same thing happened here. I'm like, listen, you're able, if you've got the a decent enough size account, to put an entry in here. If it fails, then what you do is, of course, you either take a loss or you take a break even with partial profits, depending on obviously how the candle moved. We can see this candle went up, and that's how you take that one out. If it doesn't want to go off and keep buying, then again, you look for your next entry here. And literally, this is all I did. So I had the first entry here. This one was partial profits, break even, came out of it, had another entry down here. Then what happened? It came back down, partial profits, break even. Then I had my third entry here. But whilst it was down in these two areas, I was actually giving it out to everybody in the group, SPX, US 30, NAS 100, between them. I was giving them out. And this was everybody in the general group as well. So we could see buys coming into this pair. So this is how I was able to catch the buy down here on US 30 that you see when I'm posting my chart. And we could see here straight away. Yeah, we can see here, sorry, something just happened, that's why. Yeah, so what we're looking at now, if we're looking at this from this point of view, the monthly time frame is a bit harder to get an idea of price action. But if we just say from here, in fact, let's do it from here. So it's always better to get the overall. So we can actually see there's a level of support here where the market has broke up and found some type of level of support here. So your main idea right now, what you want to pay attention to, is what the market is doing in between this area and this area here. This whole area here is basically like a ghost level of support. Let's call it that now. Or you could say it's a liquidity zone more than anything. Why I say it's a liquidity zone is because price can come back into this zone if it wants to, and it's in a downwards trajectory. It can come back into this zone to find some type of supports in there. But what you are looking for is the continuation for price to go long. If you're looking at a continuation for price to go long, because this is a huge bullish candle, and it's a huge bullish candle with full volume, meaning that there's no liquidity, not a lot of liquidity left behind. This is liquidity left behind here. So you want to be in a position where you're like, okay, there's full bullish momentum coming into this market now. Even I was watching Bloomberg at one time. I'm not the fundamental guy, but, you know, every once in a while I'll dabble into it. And they were saying that JP Morgan was saying that they're only looking to go bullish now on the indices, basically, as it was a long-term downward spiral. So we can see here, there's obviously another liquidity zone up here, just for everyone to see right here with this wick here. So price is probably going to come back into this zone to collect whatever money it has left behind up here. So we've got two liquidity zones. We've got a sell liquidity zone, which you can go towards LQ zone. And there's another one down here. So it can come into both of these. But of course, my target will be to look for it to go into the, the sell zone, find the support here, and it'll most likely give me an indication on the setup Neo, and then I'll find a trade to hopefully go long again in this pair, because I've already got a position here, so now I can play with how many positions. Sorry, this is on US 30, I've got my position. But like I said, it looks the same. So that's SPX basically. You're looking for it to go down. And let's go into the daily time frame so you can see. Yeah, you're looking for it to go down basically into this area, hold a support somewhere around here, and then find a continuation back up. Looking for some type of huge bullish engulfing candle, either on the daily chart or the 4-hour chart, to give you a good enough trend direction, I would say. But you're looking to see how price reacts around here, looking for a continuation of a buy. And just pay attention to London, New York session. It usually moves around New York session though, these pairs. So just pay attention to them and see what price action is doing on a day. So yeah, oops. Oh, gold actually did buy. Okay, so yeah, that's that one there. So let's go check any other questions. Please, if you've got questions, put them there so I can go through them bit by bit. That's okay. AED, USD. If you've got any other questions, put them there. I'm just going to go through them stage by stage, as you can see what I'm doing now. Let's just try and see if there's anybody else out here that needs to get in. We'll go to AUD USD was the next question. Let's go break that down. So AUD USD, we are looking at it going into a downward spiral now. It has had a nice buy. Let's go to the monthly time frame first. Top down analysis. It acts like the quote unquote professionals. Let's see. So we're seeing a nice rejection on the monthly time frame coming down here. It's leaving liquidity to the upside though, which can give it reason to buy back up if it wants to. But we're talking about a monthly candle right now, and the month hasn't even ended yet. So we're still at the very beginning of the month. So anything can happen between these times. Let's go down to the weekly time frame right now. Let me see if there's anything. Yeah, let's go down to the weekly because monthly is not looking too clear for me. So yeah, we can see that the monthly time frame tried to go to this level here, which helps us out. Try to go to this level right over here. And then obviously what they did is they stop hunted, took every single person out, or activated any orders that was in this area, grabbed any liquidity. They do either or. They actually managed to go all the way up to, where was it? Was it here? No, it was there. So yeah, you can tell that this is a funny one. I'm trying to see where they actually stopped. So yeah, no, it's not a direct one. So I don't think there was any way if you're getting a perfect entry in this trade if you're trying to catch it from the top, but you don't need to worry about that. What your main concern is to see is what are they actually doing now. So we can see that this area was respected. I was telling the VIPs that we were going to be looking for sells as well. But what they did is, of course, this mad stop hunt here. So your idea is what you want to do is wait for some type of bearish candle to form on the lower time frame. So if we go down to a daily chart, we can see that the market has broke back into structure here on a daily chart, and it's found some type of resistance here for 2 days on a daily. So ideally what you would like it to do if you want to find a continuation of a sell is you want it to come back here again and then give you another bearish candle going down. Whoops. You want it to give you that. So let me delete this quickly and then do that again for you. So ideally, this is what you want. You want it to basically come back up towards this level and then break back down again. And you want to see a bearish candle just like you saw here, and then you want to get in after that. If you want to get a bit more technical with it, then you go down to your lower time frames, and then you start to see it a bit better when you go down to your lower time frame. So exactly how you're seeing this. So I would definitely look for 4-hour price action, and you can see the same thing happening here and what I'm explaining. So you can see there's a bearish candle here. So technically you would have got in here, stop loss above here, and then looked for a long-term swing trade down to other levels of support or resistance in the market. Of course, you'd be looking for support for TPs. So one TP area will be here, another one will be here. If you want to make it any better for yourself, and when you see what's going on with this, I have this, it's not right clicking. If you want to make it easier for yourself, just do this, just go to your Fibonacci, and then imagine you did enter here, and boom, and then put your Fibonacci down to the low, just like that. And then what have you got here, people? You have yourself now possible take profit levels. Look, I respected this level here. You've got possible take profit levels, and what you could do, you could use each and every one of these to take profits if you're in a long-term swing trade. It's in a good position for a long-term swing trade, but of course it might not give you that. It could buy back up to the liquidity that's left up here. So if you are in the sell when it does come back here, then at least you know you can start taking partial profits, put your stop loss at entry, and yeah, just take it from there. Basically, it gives you that. Take it from there, see how it goes. That's AUD USD. What was the other questions? If you've got any questions, please just write them up for me so I can go through them one by one. Just a nice chilled session. This is going to be up on YouTube as well, just so people can have a technical analysis of the week and pairs that are actually going on. So let's put it up there for them. And plus, it's just people can just sit down with it in the background. And if there's anything important I say in there, they could be, oh, what did he say there? Let me double check that myself. Thought it would just be helpful for YouTube. No problem at all. AUD USD, boom, we've done that one. CFJPY and UJ. All right, we'll go into that one now, mate. CFJPY. CFJPY is a funny one. I took that on, that's on my naughty list. I don't trade that pair no more because it's been trending for like 2 years or something like that. It's just crazy. So CFJPY, what I can say, let's go up to the monthly time frame. Always start high, people. This is what we could be seeing here, but this is Saxo right now. So unfortunately, I can't go into other brokerages right now because I've got other different markups and stuff there. But on this broker, it's saying there's a huge wick left here, which is a massive liquidity. If this is valid, I don't know, I'll have to double check that later. Then there's a huge liquidity zone here, and this is what it could be chasing basically. So it could be trying to continue an uptrend towards this area. The only other thing you're looking at is if it doesn't want to do that, then we can see here that what it did do is it pretty much is going towards this area here from 2015 June. So, and we can see there was a huge rejection of this area even on a monthly time frame. So when it comes towards this area here, you're looking at price possibly giving you a sell back down. Now, of course, what you want to do is go to your weekly chart then and check it. And then you can see it's still not there just yet. You want to go to your daily chart and you're just waiting, but we can see prices fizzling out. So what you're ideally trying to see is the market breaking some type of structure. And from here to here, I would say is the last bit of structure you can see, even though it wicked down to here. I'd ideally say here because we can see that it's rejected here, then it did another big impulse and it hasn't realistically broken this zone here right now where price actually is. We're just going to mark this out so I can show you a bit better. So from this breakout zone here to this level up here, we can see the market hasn't exactly broken through here. So your whole idea is to see if price stays within this range, which is 133.607 and 131.568. You want to make sure price stays within this range. If price stays within this range, then of course you're looking for the typical setup of a breakout and a retest to this area. So you want to see a breakout, and then you want to see most likely to cover this liquidity wicks, and then you want to see some type of retest, and then you want to get in on the sells. And again, if you're struggling with TP levels when you see a breakout, just go and grab your Fibonacci. Let's say the breakout did appear here, and then you just do that. Simple as day. When you do that, then now you've got all your possible take profit levels that you can take partial profits from on the way down. This is a huge spike up here, which is a huge impulse basically, and there has to be a correction of price at some point. I did say that down here and it's just kept impulsing, but this one is ridiculous. So I believe that they're going to correct this. You know, my bids is probably up to around this level here, the 38.2, something like that. They will. So you're looking at a huge drop on this pair, and it's possible for these pairs to drop 500 to 1,000 pips. The worst thing about all of this, I kid you not, is I actually had a signal trade I gave out to every single person from here. Kid you not, it's in my signal room. I gave it out to people. I don't have that signal service anymore, but look at that. And the worst thing about that is that when it got to this level here, I tried to catch a sell, so I came out of that trade. So imagine if I actually stayed in that trade. That was a 1,500 pip trade. So this is how I naturally trade. I try and swing trade. I'm trying to get better and better and better each and every day with swing trade. And there's something as well I've got for the students this Sunday. Anybody that's a student in here as well. I've done some more tweaking to Neo. So of course, you know, when Harry's playing about, I'll say, okay, no worries, Harry. I'll draw for my my super moat, and I'll stay up late at night and I'll be cracking down some coding. And I'll be like, okay, Harry, I see you shining, Harry. I'm coming for you. So yeah, there's some interesting things I'm going to be showing you on Sunday's Zoom for the VIPs as well. Of course, that's based on how we trade. So yeah, you're looking at something like this for CFJPY at the moment. You're expecting it to stay within this region, and then you want to find a break and a retest those levels. I'm going to go to UJ after. Just want to see that. Yeah, Supermote's the one. Even my son likes Supermote. He's 11. He likes Supermote. He liked it from young as well. Gave him jollof rice and Supermote, and that was it. He turned into a full-blown Nigerian at the age of like 6 or something like that. So, okay, so UJ now. Anybody else got questions? Please put them in here. Don't be shy. There's no need to be shy. If you want to talk, you can talk as well. Unmute the microphone. Just let me know. But of course, I don't want people to keep jumping in and then they're just, you know, randomly talking, or their mic's coming in and they're like, baby, haven't you put the chicken in the oven? So where are we at? Yeah, I'll check USD. USD Mexican is one that we're going to get in as well. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So we're going to get in that one. Definitely. So everyone that's in here will catch it for a buy anyway. You can see I've already been looking at UJ. As you can already see, it's already on my chart. I've been looking at this from now. Let's remove these drawings for now. And it was what I was expecting something, Connie. I think I was expecting a sell. So UJ, let's go to the monthly time frame. Boom, 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 boom. So monthly time frame, yep, perfect. We can see it's pushed itself all the way up to this level here. This is exactly what we like to see. Nice and clear. It's annoying when you're trying to catch the sells. Of course, this is a monthly, so you know people are trying to catch sells from here, from here, from here. But yeah, it just kept going. So now we can see it's at like pretty much the highest high, and this is a nice level. So the likelihood of it continuing to want to sell, it might not. I mean to buy, it might not, because this is a good level basically. Right here we can see in the market, nice strong level. So this is a nice strong level. So yeah, we're expecting it to go up a little bit more if it wants to, just a little bit more, nothing too crazy. But right, let's go down to the weekly time frame and have a better look. What can we see here? We're still expecting it to push just a little bit more. So they're trying to get us with. Look at this here. Oh, it's weird. Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, we're expecting for them to push a little bit more. Let's go to the daily. Let's see what we can see here. Yeah, it broke this level as well. It broke that one. Yeah, so literally the same thing as I told you before, but we can see before we can say it's a proper downtrend. Sorry, let me zoom in. You for now, you want it to be breaking this level here. If it's not breaking this level right here, then it's not going to be a downtrend. It can just keep finding some type of support. So that's for now. Of course, it might create a new level as price goes up and the days go on. But if you're just looking at it from first glance, your main objective is to wait for price to break this zone here. If you want to be safe to catch a trade on this pair for a downtrend, of course, if it buys up a bit more and creates a new support, then you want to just move your zone up to that area. And you say once price has broken that area, then you're waiting, of course, for a breakout and a retest. Some people just try and catch the retest straight away. I get it. Sorry, they try and catch this first breakout, but of course a lot of people have tried to do that, and then price takes them out. Basically, that's what a lot of people, it happened to a lot of people here. So for now, you want it to go up, and then you want it to break down, and then you want to catch a retest in this zone here, maybe here, and then something like that. So either here or here, and then you want to catch your downtrend. And again, what will you do when it gets to one of these zones? Just draw for your Fibonacci. Let's just say we call it from the top. And then just, there you go. And then you got all of your possible take profit levels from here. right over there. Yeah, nice to go. So you want to do something like that when price action comes in, but you just got to wait for it. It's still not ready yet. Wait for it to break a major level of support or resistance. That's what I'll say, which is obviously support we want at the moment. So if you do go for it up here, then of course it can still spike up there, or it can just drop. Depends. But like I said, you just got to wait. The best way to know, to give yourself a bit of a safer entry, is for it to wait and break some type of level of structure, and then you're looking at it better. Okay, so that's that pair there. Any other questions, please put them there. UJ, I don't think the parent is also correct. Leverage. Are you talking about the pip calculator here? This one. Are you talking about this one, by the way? And there's another. That's another thing on Sunday. Lee has actually helped us out with something. There's a risk management tool for MT4 that I will be giving to the students on Sunday as well. So it's not my actual indicator to give as in I created it, but it's out there for everybody to use. So first we'll test it. If it's something out there, then I'll just easily give it out to everybody on YouTube as well and pass on the gentleman that actually created it. Say, look, there you go. But we're just going to test it out in VIP first. Are you talking about this pip calculator, by the way? This one here. Yeah, you can't adjust the leverage on here, and that's why you can't use it alone. That's why I've given you the risk management sheet as well. But yeah, like I said, even though don't even worry about that. Don't worry about that. The setup of the thing that I'm going to show you on Sunday is literally, it will help you with that, because with this thing you're going to be able to see a lot size. You're going to, it doesn't matter what leverage you've got on your account, as long as you put in all the values, you're going to be able to see how much a 1 to 2 trade is, a 1 to 3 trade before placing the trade. So you don't have to place the trade first. So you're going to see it beforehand, and you can see exactly what lot size you need to use basically on whatever leverage or account size you have. It works it all out for you. So and then obviously if you want to place the trade, then you can just put it in your phone or whatever you want to do. That'd be cool. That's no problem at all, people. I looked at G and they had marked out the daily levels to do. Yeah, GU's just moving nuts, man. GU's moving nuts right now. I'm gonna go check it. Euro New Zealand, Euro Mexican. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out for you. GU's just moving nuts. I told you I was in that pair for 2 weeks, mate. For 2 weeks trying to catch the buy, and it's just not buying, man. It's just not buying. They'll ask me. This is even why I marked out on YouTube before to say, look, this is levels you're looking for, continuations of buys on these levels, and it's supposed to respect this area. You can see what it's supposed to do here, and when they do these types of things, this is when manipulation is coming to the market. And like I said, it's annoying when you're in it, but at least you know that I can't beat myself up about this. The market was supposed to break out from here. It was supposed to find a support on this level and do a continuation of a buy. Remember, bear in mind, this market's been selling for a long time. So it's not ridiculous for you to expect it to buy up a decent enough amount, even if it was to go retest this area, then, drop all the way down to Hades. But right now we're seeing the same type of thing that happened when I gave out the call out for GBP CHF. We're seeing that same issue. There's no even point in me going really up in this. Right now you can see they just wanted to stop hunt people. And when they specifically do a candle like this and leave a wick, that's them literally telling you, hey, we wanted to take you out. Because remember, I gave out this order for everybody in VIP. So if I tried to hold this, I was trying to hold this for the long-term buy-in. I was like, yeah, I've got them, because this was even a head and shoulders pattern here. So you can see the left shoulder, the head was here, right shoulder was here. So I was like, yeah, I've got them. I even added another position on this. I was trying to grow very small account high. So imagine if I was trying to do that now, basically. And then, yeah, they just a couple weeks later, they're like, no, mate, no, 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 no. And then basically they get to the last point here where they're just like, boom. And it's not even like they kept the candle and closed it there. They literally just went to come and stop hug you. Whoever was in here, they said, you must be joking if you're going to follow us. When they do something like this, it means that price is going to do a huge move soon, basically. So don't be shocked when you come back and you see this pair's bought up 1,000 pips, basically. They've done all of this to just make sure you've had no chance. They've literally just tired. They've made you so tired trying to catch this continuation of this buy. Nope. No. No. That's what they've done. They've literally just ruined your whole brain. So you can try and catch it, and then boom, they'll probably try and go off from here. So this will be one of the pairs we'll catch anyway. You know how I always explain the circle of pips. How I explain to my students so people can know in here. I always explain to them that price goes round in a circle. It starts at the top, comes back down, goes to the bottom and comes back around again. What will happen though when you're trying to do this type of trading is price, you will not always get a perfect entry in your pairs when you're trying to trade these every single time. Our aim is not to be perfect. Our aim is to be consistent. How we are aiming to be consistent is by making sure our risk management is in check. And this is something I've been doing specifically and in with each individual student. Now, I don't do this thing where I'm just like, here's a stop loss trade here. I can do that for people, but every people, just as Blaze asked, every single person has a different leverage. Every single person has a different account size. So when you do go through rough periods, like right now, we're going through about iffy rough period. I won't say like a terrible period. It's like we've had trades that win, lose, win, lose, win. So it's kind of like that type of thing. But what happens is when you go through those periods, which is natural for any strategy, if every single person, and people need to know this who are, probably beginners watching this right now, if every single person tries to trade the same stop loss, and stop loss is the main issue, if their account size, their leverage is different, I might lose 2% on my account, but then that person's going to lose 30% on their account. So we can obviously see where the huge difference, I might lose 3% to make it better. We can obviously see where the huge difference is in how someone can recover from a bad period in the market. So you need to make sure that everybody basically has to trade to the stop loss on their account size, not to actual just stop loss levels people give you. And this is why a lot of people are probably failing when it comes to signal accounts. It's not probably actually the signal provider half the time. So you might get a bunch of losing trades from this person. It's like, oh, the signal service is rubbish. But realistically, it's because you're not leveraging your account properly. And what that means is that you're not actually trading the stop loss to how much you can lose. You're not doing that. So what you're doing is you're trading a stop loss to what they give you. So therefore, they're forcibly telling you that, listen, you've got to lose this much, which it doesn't help you in theory, because basically it can blow your account unless you can, obviously you can use less leverage, but still that less leverage can be a lot, 0.01, 100 pip stop loss. It's $10. If you've got $100 account, it's 10%, man. The account's going, man. It's going. So yeah, just thought I'd put that out there for everybody. Yeah, so GBP USD we're looking at that. I'm gonna go to Euro New Zealand and that. I just want to see if anyone said anything. It's not doing anything, GU. So watch this though. Yeah, man, it's not doing nothing, GU, right now. It's not doing anything. So it is what it is, man. Like, people just got to know. And like I said, I know there'll be more probably beginners that watch this. Hopefully they watch it through on YouTube. I give off so much information in my videos. Like, people sometimes probably thinking I'm hiding so much stuff in VIP. I'm really, really not. Like, I'm just telling people I've got more chance to explain what I'm doing here in the VIP service than I can explain on YouTube, because nobody's going to watch my video if I'm speaking for an hour and a half every single YouTube video. They're just going to watch it. Attention span's going to go off after 10 minutes. So it's pointless. It's actually pointless. So this is why when you get into VIP, I can specifically try and break down everything we are seeing on price action and things that are, happening within the market. So let's go into this. What is it? Euro NZD. So let's just see. Let me try and get some more people here. Links. I don't know if the person's in here. No. Euro NZD. Yeah, so Euro NZD, we are seeing a buy up now in Euro NZD. Let's go to the monthly, start on the monthly time frame first. Starting nice and clean. So we go to our monthly time frame first, and we can see prices hit a nice support level. Why are we saying there's a support level here? Look at this nice area here. Bing, bada boom, as they say. So we can see there's a nice level here. We would have probably marked it out to here if we're being fair, because we didn't know it was going to stop like this. So this is a nice level of support here, the monthly time frame in this whole zone. Let's move this up right there. Let's mark this out here so we can see as we got our numbers between the levels right there. So we've got a nice level of support here. Let's just change this. I always do this. Support. So it's good about having your charts organized. There we go. And yeah, so what we're looking at, if it is going to buy right now based on a monthly time frame, we're looking at a nice resistance level here. So we've got a nice resistance target and a liquidity area up here. So let's just do this and put this here. So this is how people can know how I mark up my charts as well, if they're wondering. How do you mark up your charts, John? This is what I do. Keep it nice and simple. Nice and simple, and just follow the rules that I managed to collect from, I managed to put together from collecting data. So I've always collected data, always. Even when you see me posting pip counts and stuff, like I tell the students, it's not to be like, oh, look at me, I'm catching this many pips, you know, come join me. It's because I'm trying to show people that collecting data is extremely important, because when you collect enough data, you get to see how much the market's moving, either per day, per session, when it's more likely to move a pair. You start to know that. So you're like, oh wow, GU moves 7 out of 10 times in New York session more than it moves in London. So I'm better to trade GU in New York because I'll have more chance of winning a trade. These are all the things that I do, and I collect it over a period of time. So I've been collecting data for over 3 years now, basically, on different strategies, different ways, and things like that. And that's how I'm able to do what I'm doing. And then you kind of put that data together in order to find out a set of probabilities of you winning a trade. So we can see here that again is found a support here, Euro New Zealand. We go down to our daily time frame now. We can see prices broke through here, but we do know that it's just wicks. So more than anything, if you want to try and catch a trade here right now based on the daily time frame, you want to see it break out, you want to see it come back to this level here, and then you want to see it, obviously, a continuation like this. It's not really a head and shoulder unless this is a shoulder here. You can see it was a liquidity pool, so not really a head and shoulder just yet. Right now, we'll just say that we're just waiting for our breakout and our retest of this area right now here. Let's go down to a 4-hour time frame and see what we see. Even though I jumped from the monthly down to the weekly, so we can see prices coming in here. So yeah, more than anything, you're expecting price to find a support on this level here would be a bit safer for you. These are wicks, but what I would do with this is I would call this now, if you're looking at it from this point of view, this is another liquidity area right here. Let's make this a bit darker so we can see it. Make it a bit darker than that, a bit darker than, yeah, there we go. Let's just put monthly LQ. So you can see this is what it's looking like right now. So that's a monthly liquidity area. So you want price to find the support on this area here. If not, it can, at any given time, it can dip back into this area. As you've seen here, it did a huge sell to go down there. Let me just zoom in for anyone that might not be able to see. Did a huge candle sell back into this area, pulled all the way back up. Then it came back into this area one more time. Then finally, it came all the way back into this area here again to cover out any pending orders here, any liquidity it needed to grab, and activate any orders they needed to do for price to possibly go long. Now, this is a huge downtrend that actually happened here. So there's a good chance that price is going to do a nice buy back up on here. But for now, if you're looking at an area, if we've zoomed down into a time frame, we're looking at price buying back up into this level here as a nice level as an overall TP. And then, of course, if it decides to break there, find a retest on here, then we'll go up to the next level. So I'll say the next one is obviously here. You can see it kind of staggered a bit there, and then so on and so on. So that's what we're looking at. Euro MXN, you said. So I've never traded this pair before, but it's looking like the same setup, pretty much so. Ooh, this looks strange. Wow, this looks strange. We're going to the monthly. I think you did show me this as well. Yeah, you did. So we can see there's a level here to here. And a monthly time frame. If you used to go here, but I don't think it's going to go all the way down there though. I would say look at least at a support level here first. Let's do it the overall. So we've got now, I'm not missing anything. So you got a level here, you got a level here. Again, if you've got any questions, people, please have them. Don't be shy. It's all about learning. It's not about not learning. You know what I mean? It's Friday, man. Let's get this action. Let's get this source. Just a quick one to go through any of these charts that people are looking on support. Let's see, I can do this. Right there. So you got a nice level of support. Let's go down to the daily time frame. Yeah, you're seeing a nice support here. So ideally what I'm already seeing is this. Now I'm seeing a head and shoulders pattern possibly that could form here. So let's just do this. In fact, let's just do lines so that'll be easier. That's it, between here and here. So more than anything, you'll most likely end up seeing price doing something like this. It's already pushing down, might push down one more time, and then you want it to break out. To be fair, yeah, it might push down one more time, then break out. Then if it does, you want it to retest either this line here or this line here, and then find your continuation. Why I say this is that it gives you a bit more of an idea once you see it break out, come back and test, and you got a nice level there. So then you can say that that is trying to push more towards the upside. So you'll catch the higher low here basically for continuation. So you're looking at something like that for price action to do that. Yeah, just like this. You see how it came here? So you want to see it do something like that. So you want to see it break back down again, either break back down again, or yeah, can't imagine it stopping here. Could it stop here? It could stop here though. Coming down to a lower time frame, it could actually stop here. So if anything, it might stop, go back down again, or it did fail to break this area. So it could just reverse here. And then you could see something like this up to this level because we've seen this already here. So it could do something like that. Boom, boom. And then you can catch your trade either here or something like that. So you're just waiting to see price action basically bounce off of one of these levels here. Trying to see if it could go off now. It's a possibility it could. I mean, you've got no problem trying to enter here. You can enter here and put a tight stop loss basically. And if you're wrong, then obviously it takes you out. If not, then you get to follow the impulse up. Why I'm saying that is because we've seen that it's bounced a few times. So this is ideally what we like to see on other pairs. And plus this has already hit its like overall level of support here. So if you're wrong, it's probably going to go and smash this level and go down into the liquidity voids down here. But if not, could hold it. This is trading for you. Just, you know, if you see setup, sometimes you just got to take it. And based on this, like I said, just put a tight stop loss because ideally it shouldn't stop. It shouldn't break here. And plus, we can see today it closed on this level. So it never actually broke this level. So it's telling you that this level is obviously a level of interest. They failed to break up here and they could now take it back up again. That's that one there. Cool. So any other questions people got for me? Any other pairs or anything like that? I've gone through all of them so far. That was in there. Any other questions you got? There was USD Mexican, I believe. What was it there? I go over that USD Mexican. Let's just delete this right now. Try monthly. How to use it. I never actually used the volume indicator though, but I was going to make a video on it. I don't use it. Obviously, I would check it out and that. It's not hard for me to check out indicators, use them because I go through so many, but I don't personally use it myself. Basically all the volume indicators doing is showing you how much volume there is within a candlestick. So if there's a certain amount of volume within a candlestick, basically you'll know that, okay, maybe I want to come out of my trade, or sometimes people might use it as, okay, you can enter now because there's X amount of volume in the market basically. So I never actually use it myself. I've never had the need to. So yeah, USD Mexican pesos. Right now we see there's a good level right here. Right here. So it's got a nice level of support right here between here and here. You can see there's a nice level of support holding here. Huge level of liquidity here. Beautiful pair. I think this will be a good trade personally. If they hold this level, it will be definitely a good trade. And then we're going to go down to a weekly time frame. Yep, we can see it. They've held this level before. Yep, we can see this is your target zone. We'll go down to a daily time frame. That 1 hour daily. Same thing. We're already seeing a breakout. Yeah, now we need to see a retest. It did stop at this level again, right here. Let's change this color so we know what's what. right here. There we go. So you want to see how it behaves around here, basically. You want to see if it starts to tether off here. If it starts to tether and creates maybe a 4-hour bullish candle, you could be looking at a possible entry. If not, it's going to break this zone. So yeah, when I'm looking further now, and this is why this is why top-down analysis is so crucial. You start to see, so you can see that you're expecting price to hopefully respect this area here, within here, and then you could find a continuation. If not, it's going to pull back down further towards this area here. So you're either seeing something like this on price action and then a continuation, or you're going to see something like this on price action where it breaks all the way down, and then you can see a continuation from here if it respects structure. You can see. GBP ORD. GBP ORD. Let's go to our monthly time frame first. Same thing. It's like price has been pushing everything to monthly levels. That's what's happening at the moment. So when you're trying to trade any type of trading in between, yeah, you can get really caught up. So yeah, we can see there's a nice level here on the monthly time frame. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And then we've seen a rejection off of this level. Now we've seen a rejection. Let's go down to our weekly. You're seeing the same thing, but what it's leaving now is leaving a little slight liquidity void between here and here. That might push back down towards next week before it does actually probably continue to buy if it is trying to do that. Let's just change this gray. So no, it's liquidity. There we go. And let's go down to our daily time frame. We are seeing price buy back up. On the daily, we can see here is a level right there. Let's go down to our 4 hours. Get a bit sharper. So ideally, price is in its range between here and here. And ideally, you want it to respect this zone that it's in now. So we can see this would be your shoulder over here. So you're waiting for price. If anything, you want it to literally go back down towards this level here. And then you want to see it find a continuation for a trade to go long from here or up to here, ideally. That's a nice level. So that's what you're expecting. You don't want it. You can see that they tried to break this level and they failed a few times until they broke it here. So we can see how price has been behaving here already. So you want something similar. You want it to come down to this level again, maybe something like this. Starts to pour down a bit, but then you want to see this huge engulfing off of it, something like that. And then you get in and then you put your stop loss below here and you hope for the best. And hopefully you catch a continuation in that trade. But yeah, that's what it's doing right now. That's GBP ORD. Any other questions people have for me? Any other questions? Any other pairs? No problem, mate. I'll catch you on Sunday. I will catch you on Sunday. All right, cool. So let's just go into gold quickly. That's what everybody wants. So it seems like gold wants to start going bullish at the moment. No problem at all. So right now on gold, we are seeing the market is respecting this area, even though it did leave liquidity down to the downside here. It doesn't seem to want to go for it. So let's go down to a 4-hour chart so we can see structure a bit better. It seems like it's finding like a super support around this level right here. Seems like the market is trying to break it, but it can't break it right now. And yeah, right now we're looking at price going back up. The reason why it can go back up, if it does decide to, because we can see there's a huge liquidity here. So even when we go to the weekly time frame, we start to see better what I'm explaining here. So right now gold is trapped. So we've got here, we've got here as well. So this is like the levels of support that is in. And then it can, if it fight, which it has been doing now, it's holding a support here. So if it does to continue to hold a support here, then we're looking at price looking to go for this liquidity up here again on gold, because they're refusing to sell it right now. So they can buy it back up towards this level. If not, it will touch maybe this level here, and then it could sell back down again and go for this liquidity here. But for now, yeah, you should be looking at buys on gold for a continuation up to this level. And then we're looking at a possible either sell again, or it could break the high. It just depends. I mean, while I was looking at, my target was all the way down here, but of course it's not going to do that in one day. It might take a couple of months to do that if they do decide to do that. But again, you've got the massive liquidity there. Any other questions for anybody here? Anything at all? Let me know. Nobody else has got any other questions? All right, then. Anybody got any questions on any of my strategies or anything like that they want to know, just so I can explain it? Okay, if there's no other questions, then I shall leave it there. If nobody's got anything else to say. Not too long. Let's see. Okay, I'll check now. No worries, mate. So I've already marked this one out. Let's go to the monthly first. But we know where it is on the monthly. Just lingering in there. Yeah, so this is the issue we do have on the indices going for the long-term buy. They can do, but of course we can see on a monthly time frame, they've left a huge liquidity here. So at any time they can sell back down now. So coming into next week, as I've seen that they're already starting to sell price, I'm most likely going to close these positions down here. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes, because I've been holding them for long enough. So right now it's got this huge liquidity that it could be selling towards, and we're seeing a bearish weekly engulfing candle. So that's not a good sign, basically. That's a good sign that it could possibly continue to sell. And then we've got, obviously on the daily chart, we're seeing more price action. We're seeing a double top and a sell. And then if we go to the 4-hour chart, what we're seeing here. So yeah, they could be selling it. Personally, I don't sell the indices. I've tried to stay away from all of that stuff. If you scalp it, I get it. You want to get in, you want to get out. But for swing trades, I prefer to buy it, because I know that there's more probability of it long-term buying than obviously it continue to sell for a long period of time. But like I've said, based on the fact of the monthly time frame, this thing could sell and continue to sell all the way down to cover most of this liquidity it has before, just the same way it did here. Look, it left liquidity in May, bought all the way up, came all the way back down just to cover it, but then it didn't finish covering it and pulled back. So at some point they're going to want to come down, close a candle with a full body, and then reverse it and buy it. So yeah, they could do that. And plus the war, all talks of the war right now and stuff like that doesn't help what could be happening with price action. So this is probably why we're seeing these types of things. So I'm trying to see how you can find it. So ideally, if we're looking at this, yeah, ideally you want it to do something like this. So you want it to break back down to here, find an area here, and then take it further back down. So your entry would be back on this line here towards this area. If price action wants to do that, like I said, it could continue bullish, but the liquidity says it wants to sell. My idea is to get it bullish. So I would personally be trying to wait for it to get to a support and buying it unless I see anything else. But, you know, I can't lie to you. A major structure has been broken. So yeah, it could be going down more than anything, because I would say this is where major structure was. So you can see right here, boom, 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 boom. But then they failed to break it. And then today they finally broke it. So the fact that they broke this is actually telling you price is bearish on a daily time frame. So yeah, you could expect it to go down here, a retest. If you start to see it fails this area, then you continue to sell it, especially if you see it with the lower time frames doing something like this. See, every time it's tried to buy up or whatever, it's just failing, failing, failing. So you see it doing something like that there, then you could try and get a sell back in on this pair. I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you, my friend. Anybody else got any other questions? Or I'll leave it there for today's Zoom. I take it nobody else has got anything else. So yeah, I'll leave it there for today's Zoom anyway. You can always feel free to ask me questions in the Discord. Like I said, I just wanted to go through a quick review of some of the pairs and just to let people know what's, could be happening in the week to come. No, it's no problem, man. In the week to come, you just have to be patient, wait for your setups. And even if you are losing trades at the moment, continue, man. Continue to do what you're doing. Refine it a little bit if you need to, but don't change your strategy. When you start changing your strategy, all that's going to happen is that new strategy can start working, and then there's going to be a period where that new strategy doesn't work anymore. And then what you're going to do, change your strategy again. Do not do that. You consider fundamental when charting. Not really. I only look at fundamentals when price is not moving, literally, or if there was a mad aggressive spike in the market that even though I've done a brief check of fundamentals, it didn't appear like there should be anything, but then it did. Then I'll go check fundamentals. But I don't trade based off of fundamentals. I feel like the more you add to your trading, the more complicated, one, you make it, and then two, the more confluences, which fundamental analysis is one of them, you start to do this thing where you stall too much before you take a trade. You don't want to put yourself in that position, because in the end of the day, no matter how good you want to trade or how good you think your trading is, you're always going to come to a period. I guarantee this, and I can guarantee this to every single person. You're going to come to a period where your strategy is going to seem like it's just falling apart. And that's when trading really, really tests you and your psychology and your risk management. It's going to come like, oh, what's happening? It's not working no more. They've changed the system. But no, it's not that. So it doesn't matter. Just stick to a simple set of rules. 1, 2, 3. Really, you should have 3 confluences. Is pretty much what you need. Maximum maybe 4. And then enter a trade. Whenever it comes, win or lose, enter the trade, and then trade with good risk management and look at your results over the period of a year. Don't look at it over the period of 2 months. Look at it over the period of a year. And then you've got a better accuracy to look at, or probably you've got better data basically to see the accuracy of your strategy or what it can produce for you, good times, bad times to trade. So that's what I'd really say to that question. No problem at all. Like I said, I feel like a lot of beginner traders, I'm not calling you a beginner, but I'm just saying in general, when beginner traders come to Forex, especially when they see my YouTube videos, they see it and sometimes they look at like this, but the main one is my 2 moving averages. They see that video and they're like, they found the holy grail. And at no point did I say that you shouldn't do top-down analysis with that strategy or anything like that. But everybody disregards anything I say when it comes to top-down analysis in that video. And they're just like, should I buy now and sell now with 2 moving average calls? And I'm like, I never said that. I said, you need to look at market structure. You want to be trading the second leg of the M and the W. I give them straight rules. So yeah, you just got to keep doing what you're doing. And hopefully you start to become profitable at a certain period of time. When your psychology kicks in and you realize that you're not going to win every trade, that's when you start to become profitable in trading. Too many people suffer with the fact that they don't understand that you could have 8 losing trades in a row. You could have 10 losing trades in a row. They're thinking the world's coming to an end, and it's just not. Yeah, no, most definitely. So you really, really want to just keep trading, man. Just keep trading, keep doing what you're doing. And what you need to be doing is collecting data. I've seen a lot of people trading and becoming profitable traders. I kid you not, people with between 30 and 50% win rates. So that says anything for you. And the biggest reason why obviously they've got lower win rates, they've got a bigger risk to reward. Yeah, I'm price action as well. I'm price action technical analysis. That's what I do. I don't really check fundamentals too tough. But like I'm saying that you don't have to win every trade. Too many people come to me, and I say it all the time, and I'm saying it in this Zoom so people can know, because I tell my students all the time, they come to me and they want me to give them like a specific way to trade, but they don't understand everything I've explained in this one video here. You can literally take all the trades just based like that. Some will win, some will lose. That's the only problem. There's nothing wrong with trading that way. Literally saying, oh, there was a break, there was a retest, there was an engulfing candle off of this resistance or support level, put my stop loss below that candle, enter the trade. What too many people don't see is that, you know, if you did that 100 times, 200 times, how many times did you win a trade? They're too worried about if I do that 7 times or 5 times for the week and then I lose 4 times and win once. Oh, the strategy is not good enough. It's got to be better. When realistically, if you did it 100, 200, 300 times, then all of a sudden you've won more than you've lost, because the amount of times when it did win, the price actually went X amount of times into your profit. They're not, you know, they're too focused on losing money. And the main reason is because they're over leveraging. So I know it's a bit of a big answer to what you've just said there, but I feel like it's a very important point to put out there before obviously the Zoom comes to an end, that whatever you're doing, just keep trading it, but you have to make sure you're collecting data while you're trading it, and trade it for at least a year. If you're confident in it, trade it for a year and then see what the situation is. So yeah, any other questions, people? Anything else? There's nothing else, I'll leave it there then. So yeah, this video is recorded. It will be up on YouTube. Like I said, it's just a brief video just for analysis of some trading pairs. So just be called weekly analysis of pairs. And then, yeah, so people can find some good opportunities to get into the market. Okay, then I'll leave it there then, people. I will leave it there. You all have a lovely evening. And if you want to get through to me about anything, just message me. Based on these Zoom sessions, I learned to look for high time frame then. No problem, man. That's what you should always do. Everyone says that. That's what I say. This is what we do in the mentorship group all the time, man. Literally what we do. We look at the higher time frames and we go down to the lower time frames. Is what you should do is trade in 101 that. So it's not even like someone can hide it from you. If you get what I mean, if you go to babypits.com, they'll probably tell you the same thing. Everybody says it. Top down analysis. Like, gotta do your top down analysis. Look at a higher time frame, then go to the lower time frame, and then look for your entries. It's literally trading 101. And like I said, remember, I'm saying that same thing. I know I sound like a broken record. I completely understand. You're going to win trades. You're going to lose trades. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Once you get past that point of realizing that you're going to lose trades and you're going to lose a lot of trades in a row sometimes, then you're going to become a profitable trader, because your psychology is going to click. And you're going to be like, okay, now I know that after X amount of time, I'll make X amount of money, most likely, rather than trying to make X amount of money every single day. It's just not real. It doesn't work like that, trading. I tell people all the time, like, you're not going to make money every single day in trading. It's just not real. So yeah, we'll leave it there, people. On that note, man, I didn't do that, but we'll do from now. Okay, no problem at all. A lot of people, and I keep saying we'll leave it there, but as I can see, a new gentleman or lady, I don't know, can't tell from the name right now. Or is it Ronald? So it might be a gentleman. But yeah, what I'm saying is that, you know, too many people are wrapped up with scalping, and I feel like that's what destroys a lot of traders when they come into this game. They just want to see, because they see the money you can make every day from scalping, then they forget that there's a whole other side to the market that's actually moving. So actually go to your higher time frames and then go into your lower time frames, and you'll most likely become more profitable. But again, kid you not, what are you going to do, people? You're going to lose trades and you're going to win trades. Accept it. Nobody's a perfect trader, and anybody that's showing you that they're a perfect trader, they're lying. They're lying. Nobody is. This is why you don't see people making £1 million every single day. They might make it once here, once there, because the market was in a good period for them to do that. Once it gets into a bad period, like everybody's strategy has, they will not be making £1 million. They might be losing 250K. So they're still up, don't get me wrong, but they'll still lose money. It's not an issue. That's the game. Not even the banks win every single day. Not hedge funds win every single day. So why the hell can a retail trader win every single day? Let's just be serious with ourselves and realistic with what we're trying to achieve. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, finally, on that note, I'll leave it there, people. I'll see you around, man.